Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to Paper Terrace. If you're new, I'm Jessica. I have a pretty simple video for you guys today, and you don't need too many supplies to make these. We are going to make some faux wax seals. I actually made a very similar video. It was probably 2 years ago, actually, when I first started getting into wax seals. Doing exactly this using a hot glue gun. The only difference was I didn't have wax seal stamps at the time, so I used various things around my craft room. But today we are going to make these little wax seal tokens using some pressed flowers, and I'm even going to be using some scrap paper. So this is a great project if you have scrap paper. So you just need scrap paper. I have a paper punch. This is a 1.5 inch, but if you have a 1 inch, that's even better. If you don't have a paper punch, you can just cut out circles, trace something that's circular. And then a hot glue gun. I'm using this super old one, but it works, so we're gonna go with it. Pressed flowers if you have those, or any different things that you want to put into your wax seals. And then again, I have wax seal stamps to use today, but again, you can use various things like metal caps or just different things to press down into the wax, which is our hot glue. But we're gonna go ahead and I'll start out by punching some paper out here. The nice thing about having a paper backing is it makes it super easy to add some adhesive to the back, and then you can go ahead and add them to your projects or your, inside your journals, and the adhesive just seems to stick a bit better onto paper versus the wax or the hot glue gun. Not hot glue gun, but the hot glue. I'm just gonna cut out a few. I do recommend using paper that's not too busy because that can kind of interfere with if you have a design. I am going to be using a flat, let's see, I have a flat one like this, but I also have some with designs, so we're just going to kind of play around here and go from there. I think on the butterfly one here, I'm going to go ahead and place a flower down. I have some things coming from Amazon, actually, which I'll do a haul when I get that stuff, of a different paper punch that's the 1 inch, and a little silicone mat that's designed perfectly for wax seals because it has little circular craters. And so I'm super excited because I am going to be making these for my May Patreon mail. So if you're a Patreon member, be on the lookout because you're going to be getting some news in your mail. Okay, so I think for the first two, let's see, this is the plain one. So what you're gonna do is we'll go ahead and do the pressed floral one first. My glue gun, like I said, is very old, so I actually have to press on the hot glue part to get it to come out. But you'll want to play around with this part to figure out kind of like how much hot glue you need. But I've been kind of playing around and figured out that I just need like a little circular dollop. You'll kind of get an idea of how much you need once you play around with it for a bit. Oh, and I do have some gold. Oh, geez. Okay, well, you know what? It didn't completely ruin it. I'm gonna go ahead and put that the best I can onto. We're just gonna go with it because this video is supposed to have no edits, so that one's a little messed up, but let's try that again. And for this one, I'm gonna use a different wax seal stamp. And I was in the middle of saying, oh yeah, I forgot that if you put a little dollop of the wax or glue underneath the flower, that will help it stay as well. But okay, I'm gonna use this one, which has a little wildflower. I have some gold wax as well, but if you have like a gold paint pen or bronze, whatever you like, that would work as well. I really like this one. It has rainbow on it. So now for these ones, I'm not going to put any flowers underneath. just the design, but you can see, okay, that might have been too much, but it's all right. There we go. I'm gonna do a couple more, and I do let these dry a bit, or cool down, I should say, before I take them off. We'll use this one, it's a rose. Okay. On my channel, I even have a video showing you different ways to use wax seal. The wax seals like for journaling, so I will try my best to put that down below for you. So I really like when the wax goes all the way to the edges, so when I have that 1-inch punch, it's going to be a little bit better because these are just a slightly too big, and again, this was a 1.5-inch punch. I'm going to do another one with the pressed flowers because I really like how those look. Those are kind of my favorite, but this time I'm going to remember to put a little dot of glue. There we go. Let's see if this one is dry enough or cool enough yet. I think it is. So even though I kind of messed this one up, it's still okay. And we'll add the gold in just a minute. I'm going to do one more here. Should be enough. There we go. That one turned out pretty good. Okay, so let's see if we have any more that are cooled off. Whoops, that was not the one I meant to touch. This was the one. We'll just start with those ones first. And this is the gold that I'm using. It's metallic gilding polish. And I just use my fingers for this part because I feel like you have better control. And I get just a small amount on my fingers. And then I like to go around the edges here, like that part that comes up around the stamp. And then since this one did have an image, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit on the image to make it pop. So there's that one. Go ahead and do this one. These definitely take a little bit of practice, as you can see, especially filming. Having my arm going around the tripod and whatnot, that's not very easy, but they're fun to play around with, so it's not like something that is irritating to learn. And this one, I accidentally got a little gold there, but that's okay. This one was just flat in the center, so you can see I like the flat one for the florals, but at the same time, like this one, I feel like the image is just subtle enough that it works also. Okay, let's see if I can get another one going. Okay, this was the rainbow. And having wax seals like ready to go is so nice because I feel like when you're doing like a journal layout, it's such a hassle to get out all of your supplies and whatnot. So having some of these ready, even with the adhesive on the back, will be just lovely. I have some circle adhesive dots coming, so I'm just gonna place those on the back. But if you have double-sided tape, you could also just cut off a little piece and put it on the back, but keep the backing on, and that way when you go to use it, you'll already have adhesive on it. Okay, this one, see it has a little bit of glue that kind of came off the side there. I'm just gonna cut that. So I hope this inspires you. These are all over like Pinterest and Instagram and everything, but I wanted to just share with you what I was making today because they are so much fun. This is a rose. I kind of messed up the glue on this one, but again, I'm just gonna cut it off. They don't have to be perfect. The silicone mat thing that I have coming is definitely gonna help with that because, like I said, it has circular craters. So you can put your glue in there and it's gonna help have more of a perfect circular shape. But I also kind of like the more natural look because I feel like most of the time if you're doing a wax seal, it's not going to be perfect. But here's this one with the pressed flower. I love these ones. Those are kind of my favorite. So yeah, I hope that this inspired you if you already have wax seals to get your stuff out, or if you want to kind of play around with just the supplies that you have. I hope that you will, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.